Something's wrong here. Anyway, a poll is out today. And I guess it's newsworthy by virtue of the fact that there aren't usually many polls here in the area on political races. It's not like the presidential race where everybody's getting polled every 5 seconds. This one is done by Siena College, and they did some polling in various state Senate races around New York State because, of course, control of the state Senate is very much in play this year. And you don't need to know all of it, but for the 48th Senate District, which is where we live, in Oswego, Jefferson, and half of St. Lawrence County, Democrat Darrel Aubertine has a 20-point lead, according to this poll, 51% to 31%, over his Republican challenger, Dave Renzi. And this is would obviously be a deflating bit of news to the Republicans' prospects there, given they've spent some $800,000 at least so far trying to challenge Aubertine. And as for Aubertine, his television advertising, I guess, really doesn't start till tomorrow. So it's going to be a tough six weeks there. Obviously, a 20-point bulge is not something that's close or inside the margin of error or any of the other things that we always say in those situations. So I don't know what you think about that, but a 20-point bulge for the Democratic candidate in this Senate race, which would seem to indicate that Senator Aubertine has pretty good prospects for being reelected. Of course, on the other side of it, the Republicans are holding a press conference in about 35 minutes to bring attention to what they are claiming are Aubertine dirty tricks. And that was apparently a Democratic operative wrote a letter to the editor and gave it to somebody in St. Lawrence County to send into the newspaper, and the newspaper discovered that happened in what will undoubtedly be a bit of award-winning Pulitzer Prize reporting, and they think that's dirty tricks. I think it's inside baseball. It's of interest, but, who cares? The fact is, by holding a press conference on that subject, all it does is bring their candidate out where he has to respond to these polls on a day which I doubt he wants to do that. So we'll just have to see what happens. But in any event, Republicans claiming Democratic dirty tricks and Democrats crowing over a poll that shows their guy 20 points ahead. And that'll make Big Ed happy down at Pete's tonight, I'm sure. Give me another round.
Hey, I was looking at that poll today with Aubertine and Renzi. That's pretty telling, isn't it?
Well, it's interesting. What do you think?
You won, yeah. I mean, I can't wait to see what this dirty trick exposed deal is later on.
It's a letter to the editor that was ghostwritten, and the Democratic operative tried to get some other citizen to sign it and send it in, and they ended up sending the same letter in twice, and the newspaper caught that and wrote a story about it.
Yeah.
To me, it's inside baseball. It shouldn't be done. Well, let me say this. You shouldn't get caught doing it. The idea that letters to the editor are just spontaneous utterances from the populace.
Right. You should
who believes
read
that?
Letters and claiming they're somebody else's.
Right. I would always write my own.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't. I would prefer to do something where you encourage people to write letters. I don't know if you should write it for them and have them sign it. But sometimes operatives get carried away. But I don't think people care about that. That's not like, that's just kind of a dumb thing to do. I wouldn't call it dirty tricks. I wouldn't hold a press conference on the eve of moments after that poll came out, because then all you're going to do is answer questions about the poll.
Yeah, you're right. I think I'd be canceling that.
Tactically, it wasn't the move. I mean, I don't know what the media up here will do, but they're not going to talk about a letter to the editor. They're going to want to know why you're 20 points down after spending $800,000.
I like the fact that it says 19% with no opinion. That's kind of a strange number, but.
Well, they're the.
They were probably the people that wanted to hang up and get off the poll, but.
These polls, you have to take them with a little bit of a grain of salt. I mean, it's one poll, and one poll taken one time is not as good as several polls taken multiple times, because then you get trends and reinforcing data. I just think if this is indicative of things, what it's going to mean is it's going to be tough to raise money locally, going to be tough to get people to really go to the mat for you locally, and also about the only way you can close that is to take an extreme tack to the negative side and I don't think they're trying to do that.
I mean, his commercials almost make it look like Renzi, I'm talking about. Look like he's going to start digging trenches if he gets to Albany. He's going to get in there with a uniform on, and he's going to lob grenades over at the old guys and try to get rid of them. But I don't think that's going to work out so well.
I know. I'm not sure. I'm going to go down there and fight. And I hear Eddie Jenny say the same thing. I'm going to fight. I don't want a fighter. I want somebody who can,
you got to have somebody that can actually work
within the system to effectively represent us. This idea that they're going to go down and fight for us so that we can get more pork, or that we can get, I don't know if I buy that. They all do it. Don't get me wrong. They all do it.
It's like whoever's the next president. You wouldn't be able to walk into Congress and walk over to one of the congressmen and knock him off his little stool and say, "Hey, I like
those scenes like in the Korean Parliament where they actually do get in fights once in a while."
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, but
but it's not like it's not like he's going to go over to the DEC headquarters in Albany and cold cock somebody because they were giving somebody up here a hard time. I mean,
yeah, but he kind of plays it out like that. But
I mean, that'd be kind of funny. I think it'd be great if he did.